Another beautiful day, another day for the battle to continue in this COSAFA qualifier for the CAF Women's Champions League. The 10 days are slowly going to an end for two teams to actually battle for the place into the final round of this particular to comment. Hello and welcome to the wrap-up of Group A matches at Mpira Stadium in Chiwembe, the commercial city of Blantyre in Malawi, where two teams will actually battle for a place into the final tour of Group A and see how they will fare off in semi-final of this particular group and match. Remember, the battle is to get a place into the continental showpiece, so that's how the teams are actually gearing up for that particular moment so that they won't miss that continental battle for the CAF Champions Women's League in this COSAFA region. Let's now relive how their last matches before this last one went. Remember, FC Ongos went down to University of Western Cape, and let's go to commentary to relive those moments.
The excitement of the match in the previous encounter, it was WFC putting on the pressure, and goalkeeper asked a lot of questions, and that was Mbowana making sure that Ongos was also, on the other hand, quite lethal in going forward, and a good tidy up there by the captain, that is Magama. And again, it had to take Gamere to launch another attack as Magama switches in a beautiful goal that was enough to send the stadium in raptures. They were not done yet, but resulting in a long-range cop as Holweni took a shot very early in the match, a penalty that sent the keeper the one way, and the penalty being scored in the other way. Ongos, on the other hand, sent some questions of the goalkeeper, who was quite evident in that match that she is alert and awake, making a brilliant save. It is again the captain, Kamede, who asked the questions of the keeper, and this time a beautiful ball that went into the top left corner. WFC finishing rather strongly and going off to sleep. Ongos, on the other hand, were not really done. They also asked questions of the goalkeeper, and a beautiful ball coming in from the left-hand side. Keeper had that covered, but Cooper giving chase, making sure that she too asked the questions, and a good save made by the keeper to deny Cooper after really showing high press in the match and the ability to force an opportunity. And this is Green Buffaloes. They were up against Herentals in that match, the game in which they suffered their first defeat. But it was Herentals that took the game to the Buffaloes in as early as the opening 10 minutes. That ball going over the top. Malin Mulenga taking a strike from distance. The woodwork also coming into the rescue. Malin Mulenga, who was the live wire, and she too receiving some delightful balls to try and register her name in this match. It wasn't to be, as Herentals ran away with it.
The battle in Group A has actually been very much exciting, with Herentals winning 3-1 against FC Ongos in the very opener of this tournament, and then University of Western Cape went down 1-0 against Green Buffaloes, and then on Saturday it was Green Buffaloes 0 and Herentals won, with University of Western Cape registering their win with a 3-goal margin against FC Ongos. And let's now appreciate how Group B is actually looking like. On Friday, Gaborone United went to a goalless draw against UD Lichinga, whereas Ascent Academy were 2-1 winners over Young Buffaloes. Gaborone United played to a 1-1 draw against Young Buffaloes, with UD Lichinga winning against Ascent Academy 1-0 in the last one of Group B. Let's now appreciate how the standings are looking like, starting with Group A. Herentals standing on position 1 with 6 points and 3 goals. Green Buffaloes have got the same points with University of Western Cape, all standing at 3 goals, what differentiating the two sides. And now let's go to Group B, where the battle is actually exciting as well. UD Lichinga of Mozambique are on position 1 with 4 points, and then Ascent Academy are second with 3 points. Gaborone United sitting third with 2 points. And now let's appreciate how the fans have been enjoying every moment of these particular qualifiers for the CAF Champions League. They keep trickling in up until kick-off so that they not miss out anything of what is actually happening. And now what is expected of today. It's FC Ongos of Namibia taking on Green Buffaloes of Zambia. FC Ongos are yet to win any game this far, losing 2 of their matches. Green Buffaloes has won 1, lost 1. Will they come back in this one? We are here to get the answers right here at Imperial Stadium. And after this one, it will be the end of Group A with University of Western Cape taking on Herentos that are actually topping the league. And now let's see how the coaches are actually gearing up to end their group match assignments. They are all expectant, hoping they get the win, with FC Ongos dying for the fans to actually have something to celebrate back home after losing all their openers, as Green Buffaloes are hoping that they will actually score more than 3 goals so that they can actually scoop position to, or maybe 1, you never know. So let's appreciate what the coaches have had to say of this encounter. FC Ongos anchoring Group A and playing your last game. How are you approaching this one?
Yeah, as you know, we lost the first 2 games. So playing the last game must be, our aim is to give all that we have, and so that at least we can make our sponsors, our supporters, and all those behind us proud at the end of today's game. So the girls knows the duty that is behind them, and they are raring to go. They will fight to get the result.
You made 2 changes in your last game that you had with University of Western Cape. Should we expect the same 11, or maybe you are changing your starting 11?
I think we are more or less going with the same players, just a bit of adjustments within the players. So that they can fit what we want them to do in today's game. But yeah, we might have maybe 1 defensive change because of a tactical change, so that we approach this game in a more positive way. So yeah, we might have 1 positive change.
As a team that has conceded the most in Group A and facing Green Buffaloes that will come flat out to get the goals that they will actually need if they should win this one, how are you actually cautious on that area that has been problematic this far for you?
Yeah, we are cautious, but the thing is, we need a win also, as much as they need a win. The girls knows what it means competing in this competition, where we need to come out with a positive result for those behind us. So as much as they come on us, it will be a 50-50 game. A better team will carry it over, and we want to go out full out so that we come out with a good result.
Thank you and all the best.
Thank you so much.
Green Buffaloes playing your last group game. How have the preparations been this far?
So far so good. We know that this game is a do or die, and we need to get maximum points as well as more than 3 goals for us to survive. It will not be an easy game because we've watched Ongos. They're a very strong side, and they play as a unit. They are so determined. But we've put things in place, and we hope for better results.
The last game that you had a quick change up front, moving out your number 9 and for another person, and you've already said that you need more goals and you've only scored 1. How are you addressing that?
It's an issue that we've talked about, that we've worked on in training. The substitute was looking at the way our opponents were coming in. There were a lot in the midfield, and we needed to add numbers in the midfield in pressing. And that was the reason why we made that tactical change. But all in all, everyone who is brought in or brought out is part of the team and is able to deliver.
From the word go, you have said that you bank on the experience and attitude of your players to deliver for you. How have you actually prepared the girls mentally for this do-or-die encounter?
From the previous game, I saw that we had the laissez-faire kind of attitude, and it costed us a lot. And we talked about during training, and the girls are very positive. They say they want to put in their best so that they get a good result out of this.
The same formation that you've been going with, or maybe you're going full throttle in attacking?
We're going with the same formation, yes.
Thank you and all the best.
Thank you very much.
It's a do or die encounter. They need the points. They need the goals. And now the question is, who will get it right? Let's get your commentary to take us through the first 45 minutes of this particular match.
You want to know who is going to get it right? You've got to stay, fasten your seatbelts, and join us for this encounter. It's one that promises to separate the girls from the ladies. It is FC Ongos of Namibia. They are up against Green Buffaloes of Zambia. The ball girls looking wonderful in their purple uniforms as they lead the team onto the park. A very, very good afternoon to you wherever you are, and thank you for joining us on this wonderful and memorable occasion. We are in Blantyre, Malawi, more specifically at the Mpira Stadium. Happy Monday to you, and we hope that this day will be as beautiful as you are. Green Buffaloes, led by their captain, Memory Mutala, who is leading her team into the customary greetings. They look very menacing already before the match gets underway. We also look at the captain, that's Lavisa Malunga, that is of FC Ongos. She too has got a unfinished business in this particular tournament. And with unfinished business, we talk about survival, the survival of the teams in Group A, as we do have a look at the respective teams. Our officials in this match, it is Enes Gumbo. However, Poloto Mapara as well as Nandi Pamenze will introduce them properly later on. But let's have a look at this wonderful occasion as the players with their smiles are absolutely eager to get going onto the field. It has been a wonderful tournament thus far. We're talking about after 8 games played. Let's look at FC Ongos, though. The lineup, Gloria Mueng remains in goal. She's been instrumental in that defense. And Dapewa Katuta, as well as Evo Konjele, Amukoto, Fredericks Shikusho, Cooper, Nanimus, Ngonda, Mulunga, and not forgetting on the bench the experience of Juliana Blow and Agnes Kazu. Let's go down and see the toss and the two captains. Those are the leaders when the coach's job is done. Those are the leaders to spur the players on, getting onto and getting into business. They have been fantastic on and off the pitch, and those are the qualities you are looking for. Lavisa Mulunga has been ever present for Ongos, and also you're looking on the other hand, Everine, it's actually Memory Ntala in this match as the captain. Here are those moments that the players want to take and keep on their profiles and make sure that everybody remembers this day. And here is a Green Buffaloes, Aisha Mbowana, safe hands. She's cemented that position. She's made it her own. Pauline Zulu, Malin Mulenga, striker up front, supported by Agnes Piri in the midfield. Judith Zulu, Diana Banda, and it is Onele Tanda on the bench, Esther Banda, as well as Kumalo and Musesa. If called upon, coach would use the experience. So here they are in a huddle and excited to get going. The assignment is very clear for Green Buffaloes, who find themselves with 3 points in this group, a group that is really blessed with the experience, and they call it the group of death. We're talking about Herentals that are one of the tough teams in the group, UWC and FC Ongos. So we are, as all system goes, as Green Buffaloes get us underway in the green uniform, attacking the goals from the right to the left of your screen. Ongos in white with a bit of red trimmings, they attacking the goal from the left to the right of your screen. Assignment is very clear, as Coach Caroline of Green Buffaloes says. This match is a do or die. We confirm the names behind the voices, and what a moment it has been for Green Buffaloes in this particular tournament. Welcome, Esther. Brilliant effort indeed. And we reflect at the previous game and Green Buffaloes coming into this match. Just your summation.
Well, it's a must-win match for Green Buffaloes after being humbled by Herento Queens. So in this game, they have to pull up their socks.
Definitely, they have to improve from the previous performance. They definitely have to be in unison. Talking about unison, here is Piri, already sent off the mark. And goalkeeper Aisha had to be quite, in actual fact, it's Gloria Mueng. My apologies. Aisha Mbwana is the goalkeeper for Green Buffaloes. So it is Gloria Mueng. We had a good day in the previous encounter. Group A, Herentals, Green Buffaloes, UWC, and FC Ongos, as that will be the later match, UWC. We've seen 15 goals scored thus far, and the biggest victory being that of UWC against Ongos in Group A. That was a 3-0 match in which we got to see the best of UWC in the tournament thus far. Keeper, who was called upon, made a save, stayed down longer than usual, and the referee was very quick to react or respond just to check if everything is okay with my namesake. One of two players who come from Botswana, Gloria Mueng. She's played for Security Systems out in Botswana, and Lucia Gamu is another player who also hails from Botswana, and she used to play for Double Action and finds herself yet again at this tournament. Here is Ongos, and immediately trying to use the offensive play. Ball brought into almost on the 18-yard area. Not that many white shirts in support of the player with the ball. Ongos intercepted by Piri, very high up, and intentions look very, very clear by Green Buffaloes that they're going to play with the high press. They're pushing up. They're going to activate the attack from the midfielders. So a mid-block will definitely be on the cards, and defensively they're going to have to be solid and fix up the frailties that the coach has picked up. Ongos. Beverly, who's operating in that midfield, plays the ball back to Amukuto. But it has been a fantastic build-up so far. And some teams start slower than others. Amukuto and Ongos was losing out. We definitely get the group shaping up. And, we'll get to see who are the all early departures of the group. As tied it up there by Katuta, giving chase, and that just shows the attitude that we are seeing from Green Buffaloes in this match, is that they want to get going from the first whistle.
Well, for Green Buffaloes, the mission is to gain 3 points, and this is the game that's going to get them 3 or more 4 goals on this game.
Well, they definitely understand the assignment, which is the more goals you score, the better it is. 3 points, which means it indicates that the team has got to win. As we have a look at that corner, the first corner for Green Buffaloes, and that is headed over the bar. That is by the captain, Lavisa Mulunga, who's been absolutely instrumental in the side and leading the team from Namibia. Seems to be struggling a little bit, and the referee not picking that up. Another attempt, and this time the last touch off Ongos yet again, and that is another corner being taken. 2 consecutive corners for Green Buffaloes. Keeper comes out, she misses, and there you have the ball being cleared off the line. Again, another player going down, and the referee was spot on with the action and just asking questions of the very experienced Twili Konjele Amukoto, flat on her back, but good to see her up and about. She's running and raring to go. You'd wonder what really happened. Let's look at that. Keeper came out, missed the ball. Fortunately enough, saved from the line. There was a lot of nervous moments there for the players, and for Green Buffaloes, perhaps a little bit of calm in that moment of anxiety, and great defensive work indeed by Beverly, saving the moment, and conceding early is always detrimental, and you can see that Green Buffaloes are forcing the outcome of this match. Chanda. 5 minutes. Helen Chanda, who's been ever present, who's been instrumental, who's been a live wire. Again, we get to see Tweli Konjela Amokoto flat on her back yet again. And, referee just keeping an eye on the progress being made, whether or not they need to summons a stretcher onto the pitch. It's been a frantic start, Esther. We have seen that Green Buffaloes are really pushing the game to Ongos, and Ongos also responding with some defensive quality that we are seeing.
Well, Ongos are a team that can be very disruptive in this group if they have it their way. So they know that they have to protect, they have to fight with everything they have today.
They have to fight with everything that they have, as we have a look at Helen Chanda turning her defender, and that is where Amokoto got a little bit of discomfort, but no malicious intent. It's a drop ball, and referee Enes Gumbo from Malawi is going to follow the action. She knows that the importance of this match, there's going to have to be very close decisions, very close calls. Talking about close calls, quickly off a line is goalkeeper Gloria Moeng. Coach Carol Kanyemba making 5 changes, and that's basically been activated by the fact that the results have not been that favorable. They are an explosive team, but have been made to look very ordinary by the newcomers, and we call them the new kids on the block. Going all the way back to Aisha Mbwana, safe hands, golden glove winner in 2022. This is a goalkeeper who gives the comfort to the back four. They know that if their defense is bridged, they have the opportunity to use their goalkeeper Ongos. Keeper makes a hash of that ball, as you find a Mahabo Tanda who's closing down, and the referee believes that there was a little bit of an infringement in that moment to award the free kick. With the temperatures soaring out here at Blantyre, there will definitely be water breaks to allow the players to hydrate, not forgetting that the tournament is absolutely an exertion on the players. Every second day, it's a match that is requiring a whole lot of intensity. Talking about intensity, here's Lavisa playing the ball back to a goalkeeper. Piri is the recipient of a poor clearance from the goalkeeper. Here's Malin Mulenga. Mulenga's taken a slip at a vital moment, but has 2 players around, 3 if you like, trying to release. That is Everine Katongo. But it is Ongos with the ball going down the byline, looking for players to release the pass.
Looking for the players, and if they keep making those short passes into those tight places, even using the long balls, they might just surprise. You know, Ongos is not a team that gives up that easily. We're actually seeing that right now.
Ongos has really come out differently here in the second half. They're playing with purpose. They're playing with structure. They are playing between the lines. As we can see, Tweli Konjele Amokocho on the ball and bringing in the big striker in Anna-Marie Shikosho. And Anna-Marie Shikosho was a little bit deeper than usual. definitely the lifeline with, she's normally your 28 goal, 35 goal scorer per season, and combinations with a number of other teammates is quite gratifying for the coach to know that in one season they can score over 200 goals. I think that is commendable about the offensive play, and that is in the domestic league out in Namibia. Everin Katongo. Diagonal ball to the right-hand side, finding Malin Mulenga. Good control by Malin. Good control by Malin. Tanda gets a rare start in this match. Tanda, Judith also. Agnes Peary also puts a hand up after coming on as a substitute. In the previous match, she put her hand up in training, and Coach Carroll rewarding excellence. And the offside, the flag was immediately up. Bolotso Mampara of Lesotho is one of the celebrated referees in Lesotho, is manning the touchline on the right-hand side, which is just below our commentary booth. That is Bolotso Mampara. Offside, which is the first offside of the match for Ongos. Amukota, Malin Mulenga, who is definitely one of those players that loves operating on the touchline. She also has the ability to cut in, but at times perhaps the coach may want to use her as your false number 9 and receiving the balls. That is from players like Judith Zulu as well as Everin Katonga, Helen Chanda, but seems to have the drive that the coach is looking for to deliver those crosses on the left, and Piri operating on the right. Lydiana Nanimus was born in Roboto, out in Namibia. She's part of the players when purchasing the club or changing the name, coming from Tura Magic. She was part of the package, one would say. Tura Magic. Ongos, aimless ball in that moment. You're seeing this being a very, very open game. There's spaces around the park. Players are finding one another with ease. It's perhaps just the decision-making that seems to be a little bit of a problem for both sets of players.
Yes, and as for Ongos, they were forced onto the back foot. I'm hopeful that today, as tough as it may seem, they need to play to their strength, which in my opinion looks like it's a direct play, putting long balls for Shukushisho for her to chase.
Yeah, I think those long balls have worked favorably for Ongos. They've been able to also bring in Zoe at a later stage to come in. She's got the pace, she's got good momentum. She plays the ball with such calm, looking for the support. And she's definitely a person that will be brought upon a little bit later as the match progresses. Throw in for Ongos. Ball picked up. Amukota. Onside is Ongos, and here's an opportunity for Ongos to draw first blood. But Irene Cooper, who is one of two changes made by Coach Angus. Irene Cooper showing the ability to peel away from a defender, showing the ability to take defenders on a few occasions so far. She's been able to receive the ball with acres of space, and just unfortunate for Ongos. In the build-up, the midfield doesn't push up with her to receive the quality of the balls. Corner for Ongos. Well defended, but it is as far as Agamo into the advertising boards. With, Last touch coming off Green Buffaloes. Shukusha. Just going over the byline for a goal kick. And it will be, again, Green Buffaloes that is intentionally building from the back. That's one thing that they've kept throughout this tournament, is the comfort, is the ability to find one another. And I think that has really been the DNA of not only Green Buffaloes, but even with the national team, the identity is very clear.
Talking about identity, in this game we're looking at Esther Siamfuko and other two centre-backs, Ntala and Banda. They have kept their balance so far that is needed in the defence with Zulu.
Well, definitely balance. They say the structure in defence is one that activates the attack. And defence is pivotal for a team, because if you're not conceding, it gives you the ability to start building up. And we've seen a great rotation from Green Buffaloes. We've seen the support play from Green Buffaloes. And also, the only problem in this tournament that I'm picking up is the fact that in the attacking third, their decisions need to improve, and they also need to be more lethal. They just scored one goal, which is a lower return for a team that is blessed with such talent.
For a team that has won 2022 champions before, for a team that is known that they are always on top of the points when it comes to this tournament. So on this one, it's a do or die for them, and a lot of anxiety for Green Buffaloes.
Absolutely. I mean, players like Irene Lungu, who are celebrated on the shores of Africa. You know, she's definitely one of those players with experience who knew how to find the back of the net. She was very composed. But again, you know, when you're looking at Green Buffaloes, they have quite a number of players who enjoy to find the back of the net. It's not always driven to one player.
They're a team player. They work together. They're built up from the back. In the center, we're using those long balls to penetrate the opposition, the opponent's area as well, so that they can gain goals. So in this game, I'm just hoping that if they can go back and leave the results before and focus on this match, maybe they can just be the Green Buffaloes that we know.
I agree, Esther. I really do agree that you want to put behind you the history, because you're only as good as your last game, and you got to come back with a different plan. And again, players like Diana Banda, who is the change in that defense. You're looking at Pauline Zulu, another change in that defense. And again, up front, that is... So coach is spot on with the changes that she's hoping will influence the match in their favor. 18 minutes gone. Diana Banda, ball over the top. Malin Mulenga gets a good connection. And the flag is up. And offside for Green Buffaloes. Players remained on the ground, but she looks like she's helping herself. Then we see the medical team as quickly onto the field just to make sure that she gets the attention. It is Lucia, former double action ladies player, one of two players coming from Botswana, being helped up on her feet together with the goalkeeper. You get to see the connection there of the sisters coming from the same country who speak the same language. And I'm sure she's telling her, look, let's get up. We're far away from home.
And you know, with the heat as well, and the boots, and the pitch is hot as well, it just needs a little bit of water magic to get her back on the feet.
Oh, most definitely. You know, the water miracles, players will be grimacing, and they bring the magic. Miss Moeng. Maintenance of an artificial turf is very important, and I think one needs to look at this pitch and is it overworked? You're getting some of the Premier League games that play at this venue, and you have this tournament. It's been 5 days.
5 days indeed, and the artificial pitch attracts more heat. As the more heat comes, the more it makes it hard for the players to actually enjoy their match. So water is needed before their matches.
If the scoreline remains as is, and as the match progresses, one would definitely see the anxiety, the concerns on Green Buffaloes, because they definitely need the 3 points. They don't only need 3 points, they need 3 points with plenty of goals. You still have UWC that will be playing later on with the Rental Queens, who are currently on 6 points. So it could mean that 3 teams in this group can end on 6 points, depending on the result of Green Buffaloes. UWC, if they win against Rentals, they will have 6 points. So it is still pretty open. FC Ongos are the first team that have agreed that they can start packing their bags.
In other words, they've already bought their flight tickets.
They've already bought their flight tickets, Esther. There is no coming back. But if you look at how they're playing, they want to go out with a bang. I've been very impressed in these opening 20 minutes of their display thus far. When you have a tournament of this nature, fitness becomes very important. You're looking at the physios of the team, the medical side, to try and get the ladies ready for the next match. So you very often find by the time the tournament ends, you have many ladies that have strapped knees and ankles. And that was a ball that from a very determined player that's Memory Ngonda. She wanted to shoot and give a memorable goal to the people who have come to witness this match. Mary Ngonda still had time to put the dye on her head. It's looking beautiful. Pauline, Memory Ntala. Forced backwards to Mulenga, who's ever present to quickly support the player with the ball. But here's Shikisho. Cooper giving chase. Pauline Zulu tidying up in that defense. Shukusho. Unanimous. 2 centre backs, Katuta and Mulenga. Mukabo dropping a little deep to help the midfield. Diana Banda, she still keeps possession with her. Piri, Etnas Piri, she needs the quality ball, but you can see what they want to do is keep possession. She goes down rather easily, and the referee rightfully allows the game to continue. There's nothing wrong with that challenge. Katona, Judith Zulu. There's Chanda, Helen Chanda, playing with Zulu, who's available. And waiting for the ball is Diane Banda, but instead it was a wide shot. There's Irene Cooper, very dangerous. Another long range effort! You beauty! Keeper knew nothing. She's asked the question and has been answered. Beautiful striker. You can't fault her. Keeper only realized that the ball had hit the back of the net when she had to pick it up. It is Beverly, former girls and goals player, born out in Okarara, and she announces her presence in this tournament. One of the players who have been very silent, dipping at the end. Oh, Oh man, that has been a fantastic goal. We've seen some wonderful goals, but look at that. Very intentional, beautiful, and the net bulging. Keeper nearly cluttered with the post. You can see the jubilation for Ongos. And it's unbelievable stuff.
She did not see that one coming. And talking about goals, scoring goals is the aim of this game, and at least not conceding. Because when you talk about conceding goals, Ongos so far has conceded a lot of goals. So if they're going out with a fight.
I spoke about the impact. They've got nothing to lose. I spoke about the fact that they can be the disruptors, and they are being disruptive in this group. They want to go out, and they want to go out with the bang. And Captain Lavisa is getting a pat on her back, and that is for a fantastic team effort. Ball going on the left-hand side. This is where Shikisho was operating, and so was Irene Cooper. A quick switch as Beverly Zwa has really asked questions of Green Buffaloes. Oh, that was beautiful. A water break. A much needed water break. How does Coach Carroll respond to this goal that has really given the confidence to FC Ongos? They've come on with a attacking 4-3-3 formation and seems to be paying dividends. Recovering the ball a lot quicker. Did mention that this team has come out slightly different than they did in their previous match. Chanda. There's Ngolo Kante. Everin Katongo. They call her Ngolo Kante. Now, if you know Ngolo Kante and how she plays, this is the fantastic piece of play that she displays. Hunger. Piri. She's got Ngolo Kante to aim for in the midfield. She goes route one, making it another attempt, trying to get very quick to the opposition goal. Chanda. Gloria Moeng. Activating her attackers is Gloria Moeng. Green Buffaloes in this tournament are the most successful team. That is behind Mamelodi Sundowns. They've won this championship. The fourth edition is very open for a new champion. Mamelodi Sundowns have already booked a place as they are the defending champions of the Champions League. You'd remember in Morocco, it was Green Buffaloes and Mamelodi Sundowns who represented the southern region. So much is expected from Green Buffaloes, and the team from Zambia, they representing Zambia in this tournament.
They've won it before in 2022. They know how it feels to be champions. So they've made their matches today. The new the debutant teams, they're also coming out with force and fire. They are not just going to let them walk all over them.
Yeah, you know, in the group you've got 3 debutants, and the 3 debutants are UWC, FC Ongos, as well as Herentals. So with the 3 debutants, you definitely would have put your money on Green Buffaloes to say they will top the group with ease. But what are we seeing? Lessons learned, and also we're getting to see the development of football in other parts of Africa, in other regions, because looking at the new faces tells a story that nothing is guaranteed. Piri, she can take a long drive if she wants. Mulenga is available. Mulenga goes out to the right-hand side, but that ball diffused with Esther Siamfuko advancing. And again, Esther Siamfuko trying to whip in those crosses. Her recovery has got to be quick as Esther Siamfuko. She is in the right-back position. As she moves forward, she leaves spaces behind her, and this is where they exploit, and that is where the ball came from. In the ball that was scored was from the side in which Esther Siamfuko is operating. 30 minutes. She needs to be very concerned about a team that is not responding to the message or not responding to the methods, not responding to the plan. But look, football is 90 minutes. 30 minutes, you put it behind you. The first half, you put it behind you. They can get them back into this match. And this is when you need a leader in Coach Carroll to get the best out of the players. Here's Amukoto. Tweli Konjele, the 33-year-old. Piri, Mulenga. Nobody knew where the ball was. Tweli Konjele is taking it out of the clutter and the congestion in the midfield. It's a throw in to Ongos. Work ethic for Ongos is really complimentary here in the first 30 minutes. They're working hard, they're working together, they're working for one another. Impressive has been their defense that is shifting very well together, not allowing players like Mulenga to turn, almost pushing her into the middle of the park, and having to build up yet again. Nicely tidied up. It's Lindy Anonymous. Katongo. Ngolo Kante is whom she's known to be. That's a big name. Pauline Zulu plays with such calm, such finesse. Diana Banda, come on, settle down nicely. Katongo, Banda sends it down the line, looking for Chanda. And that ball just runs out of room, and it will be a throw-in.
Well, we expected Judith to be host work in the center of Green Buffaloes. If she can create more chances, assist, and be influential in the middle on the sides, something can actually surprise us. But she's not doing as much as we expected in this game.
She's really been frustrated. Talking about frustration, there's a ball going all the way to the keeper, who watched it all the way to the end, made sure she plucked it quicker than it could reach Piri, and she quickly releases. You just made mention of Judith Zulu, Esther, and yes, she's pivotal in that midfield. She's very much working as the blanket, protecting that defense. She's the first line of defense before the back four. So if you get past Judith Zulu, it's almost easy for one to get into the back four, and yet they are again battling it out onto the left-hand side. Good plan that they mix it in the midfield. Shikosho, good control, gets behind and almost lets rip. Pauline Zulu was alert. Pauline Zulu was alert to that move. Again, it has been beneficial playing from the right-hand side. The crosses have caused the problem coming from Irene Cooper. Mulenga, does she have the legs? That ball just trickling over the goal line, and that would be a little bit heartbreaking for Green Buffaloes. There's a change. Malin Mulenga is being substituted. Malin Mulenga has had a last action moments ago. Malin Mulenga. Changes up front for Green Buffaloes. Chileshe comes in, and so does Vanessa Chikupila. Coach who is absolutely strict. She wants so much from her players because she knows what they are capable of. Chileshe. Pauline. Chanda. Here's Chanda. Helen Chanda. Oh, and a wonderful challenge there. But the referee looks at it and says, you are coming from behind. She believes that she tackled fairly. And the referee doesn't give a card. But I think just coming from the side. And that is the captain, Lavisa. There was no malicious intent in that challenge. Just stopped her in her tracks. Chanda. Very stalky player. Have a look at this. She came in from the side. She didn't touch the ball, which then gives the referee and gives the advantage to the attacking team, in this case, Green Buffaloes. It's Piri given the responsibility and organizing a defense. There's 6 green shirts to aim for. Goalkeeper still wants to organize a wall. 3 players are in the wall, and look at Piri. She's plotting, she's planning, but she needs her teammates to read her actions. Green Buffaloes, ball in! Oh, man. For Piri, she's going to try and continue to try. Delightful ball. Didn't dip quick enough for Agnes Piri. Set piece. Piri going for goal. It had a bit of curl. It had a bit of a swing, but didn't get the height. It's another free kick. This is not what the coach wants of Ongos. Conceding a number of free kicks. Again, it's Agnes. This time it is Agnes Piri, and this time she has Esther Siamfuko as well. Between the two of them, preparing to take the shot is Esther and Agnes. Who will it be? Your guess is as good as mine, as they both look ready. But looks like Siamfuko leaving it for Agnes. Direct ball. And a little bit of swerve, taking it away from the goal mouth, as Gloria Mueng will take her time. And doing very well at chewing the clock is Gloria Mueng. She's already taken 2 free kicks. That's Agnes Piri. Chanda. Tweli Konjele Amukoto. Shikisho. Pauline. Pauline out to Siamfuko. Siamfuko has a captain. It goes to Pauline. Here's Cooper giving chase. Keeper hacks it away. She doesn't matter where it lands as long as it's furthest away from her goal. Is there panic? Is there anxiety creeping in for Green Buffaloes? 1-0 the scoreline. Memory Ntala was the player of the match in the second game of the tournament. Ball in the air. Amukoto! When you go to sleep, you get punished. The defense of Green Buffaloes is being shredded into pieces. They've been shredded into pieces. And it is FC Ongos who cannot believe that it is manna from heaven that is being just awarded. Fantastic play, Amukoto.
Talk about luck. It was lights out for that goalkeeper. The defense also were not communicating very well there. The coordination, they were all over the place. And you can see the body language of the captain. She was not coordinating well with her mates.
Amukoto kept her eyes firmly focused. That ball bouncing. Connection. Wababa. 2-0. That's the confirmation of the scoreline. Throw in. The preparations have gone well for Ongos, but football is a cruel game. They want to keep it together. Here is Nanamus. Nanamus for Shukosho. Shukosho just straying offside rather narrowly, and the offside flag from Mampara goes up. I want to believe that Green Buffaloes are definitely shocked at the scoreline. I'm sure even the coach is shocked. When you're looking at Coach Angus Alemu, he's the one who didn't sleep and continued to work and ponder. Got it right. Says, let's get the ball behind the defense. Let's make sure that we use our wing play, and they've been able to exploit. Goal scorer, Tuli Konjele Amukoto. Again, it's another one. Keeper comes out this time. Here is the goal scorer, Carol. How does she respond? In all sorts of trouble is Coach Carol Kanyemba. But can she dig deep? Can she dig deep? Katongo is available, gets the ball. This time it is Diana Katongo trying to do it alone. Throw in. When the coach also becomes a ball girl, you must know that things are tough on the touchline. Lucia Gamu. Good control. Irene Cooper. A coach giving instructions, wanting Lavisa to stay in that defense. There's another free kick. That wing has been a problem for Green Buffaloes. The goals are coming in from that side, in which Irene Cooper is operating, and not also forgetting Memory Ngonda has been pivotal in that midfield, just shoring up what FC Ongos have. Another ball. Keeper comes out. Kwele Konjele. Cooper losing out on the edge of the box. They're not done yet. That ball taking a deflection. It's another corner for FC Ongos. It's another corner. Where I come from, they say, don't nearly kill the snake. Kill the snake. And here's FC Ongos doing exactly that. They're piling on the pressure, and they want to finish up with them.
And the best way to kill a snake is by cutting off the head.
There you go. So it's been very brutal at the Mpira Stadium. Ball in the air. Lavisa. Jackknife. Good idea. When she jackknives the ball into the ground, it gets that deflection and quickly up. Enough to cause more concerns. Enough to cause more concerns. At the moment, it's Lucia Gamu causing a headache for the goalkeeper, for her coach. And the stretcher being asked to come through and pick it up. That's the ball. That jackknife, one bump and over the bar. That would have been a beauty had it been on target. And for quite a few guys, let me just share this, let me gloat. In women's football, one thing that you will get is how they try to perfect the basics. That ball is not an easy tactical element or technicality to knock that ball down in the ground and get it to go in the back of the net. So good attempt for trying, and one's got to keep giving her the motivation to try. We'll have a look at this ball again. Firstly, look at the connection. Look at the connection. That ball nicely floated in the air. Look at her connection. Intentional. Down it goes. The bounce. And it could have bounced into the back of the net. Just slightly going over the net. Brilliant camera work. We've got to appreciate the team effort that has been on display. We've got to really call it. And it has been a wonderful day at the office thus far. Diana Banda. Amukoto. Cooper playing with the ball with a back to goal. Shukosho is available in acres of space. It can be one bounce connection and doesn't get hold of that. That is Anna Marie Shukosho. As much as I was a former goalkeeper, I don't think any goalkeeper wants to face a ball direct with the Shukusho. I think this is one of the players that with a direct ball will hit that ball right through the net. Down the line. Captain has put in a captain's innings thus far as Lavisa Mulunga. She's really worked in unison with her defense. Here's Banda. Ball over the top. Banda. There's Nanimus though. Keeper quick to collect. Down she goes. 3 minutes. 3 minutes is what the referee has added for optional time and injury time and time wasting. You know, during the World Cup in Qatar, I think there was some added minutes, 8 minutes in a match, 7 minutes in a match, and that was quite long and intentional to get players to respond a lot quicker and not use the clock. And in this match, I've seen 4 minutes being the longest time in some of the games. Throw in. Everine Katongo. Ball in the box. Clearance not too far away. Here's Chikupila. Away by Lavisa Mulunga. As far as the goal poacher in the Shukusha. Referee blows a whistle once, twice, 3 times and brings an end to the first 45, a game that has gone for many against the plan. I would say for many because, to be honest, many have written off Ongos. They did not expect them to be in the lead by not only 1 goal, but 2 goals. They've really come on the side with more purpose, the side that has looked businesslike. And just your views of the first 45.
Well, Green Buffalo started like a house on fire. We saw that they understood and they had a great connection, passing the balls in the middle. But then that first goal from Ongos took them by surprise and messed everything up.
Well, the 2 goals that is on display belong to FC Ongos. And let me just say, this is not a typing error. FC Ongos ladies are leading by 2-0 against the Green Buffaloes of Zambia. Let's have a look at the highlights of the first 45 minutes when Esther was talking about starting like a house on fire. This is the action that we're talking about. They really connected very well, and it had to take Helen Chanda to try and fight her way back into the side. Diana, Esther Siamfuko, but this was the beauty. That was the beginning of the fantastic display that is present here at the Mpira Stadium. Goalkeeper knew nothing about it. But then it had to take another free kick from Pira to settle the nerves and ask the questions of goalkeeper Gloria Mueng. She was only too happy to see that ball go over the woodwork. It was the bounce that was deceiving. And Tweli Konjale Amukuto says, thank you very much for the opportunity. And the net was bulging. Bulging was the net. They continued to impose a threat. Another header that found the defense of Green Buffaloes in 6s and 7s as Irene Cooper continued to be a menace. Tweli Konjala was again in the thick of things. Lavisa came on, jackknife, didn't get that on target, but was brilliant in the effort to try and get the 3rd goal.
With us here, we've got the EXCO member of COSAFA and the chair of women's football, Dr. Brenda Kunda. Some exciting games so far. You must be excited as the chair of women's football in COSAFA.
Oh, very excited to be here, especially in Malawi. That this is the first time that we are actually have a tournament, a championship qualifier in Malawi. So it's very exciting to be here, and we've had very good crowds. And we've had to be able to see the good talent that is coming up in the women's development in football.
The fourth edition of the COSAFA qualifiers CAF Women's Champions League, if we were to do an assessment, what kind of progress are we making?
As women, I think we've made a lot of progress. First and foremost, we're obviously getting a lot of now support from FIFA in terms of additional funding to come for such tournaments. And then women football, if you look at the fourth year to year, you have Mozambique actually improving in how they play and how they're doing. And then we're also looking at Malawi as well. They've been coming up and they're doing very well as well. And when you also look at, we had our first award ceremony in COSAFA. That is also a lot of progress in women football. So I think there's quite a number of things that are happening in women football that we can actually point at and see the development that is coming to COSAFA.
Looking at this year, that will have two representatives because the silverware is actually in the COSAFA region. How motivating is it for the region to have two representatives?
It's always very motivating. I mean, this is not the first time that we are having two representatives that are coming out of COSAFA in a big tournament. I think last year, previously we had South Africa and Zambia representing at the AFCON, and those were two. And then again, we had South Africa and Zambia representing the continent. So for some time, I think COSAFA is doing very well. We see Botswana had just missed it in the last AFCON. We should have actually had 3 teams. Our aim is to ensure that now the southern side of Africa becomes a powerhouse. I think the northern and the western side of Africa and the continent has actually been dominating in terms of football. But I think as at now, we see that COSAFA is doing a tremendous job and ensuring that we have teams and we have what it takes to compete at that stage.
Thank you so much, Doctor, for talking to us this afternoon.
Thank you so much for having me.
That's Dr. Brenda Kunda there, the COSAFA Exco and chairperson of women's football at COSAFA region. Very excited about the progress that women's football is actually doing. And now we'll have to take a break and to be back with the last half of this particular match. It's going in favor of FC Ongos as it stands with 2-0. Will Green Buffaloes come back in the match, or FC Ongos will clinch their first win? So we wait to see of how that will actually happen.
Pira Stadium for this mouth-watering clash. As we confirm the scoreline for you, it is FC Ongos ladies to Green Buffaloes. No, a goal scored in the 25th minute. Beverly getting onto the score sheet very early on, and then followed by Twele Konjele Amukoto in the 39th minute to give the insurance to the team from Namibia. If you had written a script, one thing I can show you, you would be getting 0 out of 100. Nobody put their money on Ongos, but here they are, showing you that football is a game of two halves, showing you football is a game that cannot be confirmed until that final whistle is blown. It is all systems go at the Mpira Stadium as Ongos in the white and orange attack the goals from the right to the left of your screen. They get us underway here in the second half. Green Buffaloes will definitely want to pick up this match from where they left off, but with more purpose, with more pace, and definitely with more pressure on the defense of FC Ongos. Ball is in the air, and the bounce of the artificial turf continues to be a problem for players trying to navigate their way, but absolutely conducive for the game that is played by Green Buffaloes. It suits the ball, which is on the ground. You knock it about, you get your players into the quick 1-2s, and the support play is absolutely impressive. We've seen 2 long drives in this match, which have been a problem for Aisha. She hadn't conceded in almost 27 games, is Aisha. That is from the domestic league as well as international tournaments. But here she is right now, having conceded 2 in 1 game. That will definitely fluster the goalkeeper, Aisha Mbwana. Katongo. Clash of legs there with Irene Cooper. Good to see she has a strapped hamstring, but a good high five played in a very good spirit is this match. Referee has also been fantastic. Enes Gumbo from Malawi, Polotso Mapara of Lesotho, as well as Nandi Pamenze of South Africa. They have complemented each other very well. Don't forget that it's not only the combinations with players, it's also the combinations with the referees who have a telepathic understanding in terms of language and also in terms of their strategy. Ball out. Throw in for Ongos. Missing that. Here's the opportunity. Ball is still in the air. Katango! Keeper smothered that. Everine Katongo. 22 years of age is Everine. You can call her Ngolo Kante if you like. On a good day, she will definitely be the workhorse who combines the midfield, who combines the attack, who combines the defense, the engine, that of a Rolls Royce that has the ability to go 90 minutes on the park. One of the few players that Coach Caroline can depend on to turn this game on its head. Throw in for Ongos. Amukoto. Nanamus and Amukoto not on the same page. That ball just as the captain of Ongos. Cooper, she's had a fantastic game so far. Shikisho and Pauline Zulu using her shoulder. And many people in the crowd are saying, handball, handball. No, she used the shoulder, and hence the assistant referee not putting up a flag, nor did the referee say, look, this is what we need to do to stop the game. It is Chilishe. Chilishe can spot Chanda on the far right-hand side. A first touch is important. Chanda dilly-dallying on the ball, enough to get the defense to whip it away. It is Ongos at its best. Irene Cooper recovering, putting pressure on Memory Tala. The first half has started like a house on fire for Green Buffaloes. They know they've got to try and claw their way back into this match.
a heartbreaking first half for Buffaloes. They have to recover, and they have to recover fast. And the goalkeeper and the defense of Ongos, they really need to be alert because balls will be flooding on their side.
Here's a chance, an attempt for Aisha. You're talking about the goalkeeper being alert, definitely, because Gloria Mueng, who is a good communicator, she'll be seeing a lot of these attacks coming from Green Buffaloes because they want to get the first goal, they want to get the second goal, and then only settle into their game. But one thing I can assure you, in situations of high pressure, anxiety steps in. Plan is to get Esther Siamfuko a little bit more in the offensive half, pushing up. Some coaches will tell you, when you're losing 2-0, what is there to defend?
Nothing at all, nothing to defend.
You need to take the chance, you need to take the risk, push more players up front, suffocate the midfield, take control of that midfield and supply the players. And we're looking at Chikupila and Chileshi, who just came on here in the second half. There's a player down out of your picture, one bounce, keeper does well. It looks like Alvarine Fredericks. She's just curled up as Alvarine Fredericks, born in Windhoek, the capital of Namibia. She also has a bit of a hamstring twitch, and she's wearing that guard, but she's not really running with much of a problem. She seems to have treated that very well. I think maybe a bit of a headache with the temperatures beginning to rise here in the second half. 50 minutes on the clock, Ongos still in the lead and enjoying the moment. Fredericks, Tweli Konjele, Cooper, goal scorer, Beverly. The coach has switched a few players around in terms of their positions, and that has really just given them the balance that they need. They're winning the balls in the midfield. Is Ongos just saying that a commentator's curse. Almarie Fredericks trying to cushion that ball. It falls kindly for Everine Katsongo. Lavisa Mulunga stopping Chikupila. Vanessa, who can be a menace, and we need to bring that game into this match. We need to continue to impose and activate the attacks. The offensive system that Green Buffaloes normally played, the roles of your centre backs, and also you're looking at your wing backs. They need to maybe push up a little, give them the numbers in the midfield, and also just give them a few more numbers up front. If they need to attack with 4, so be it. They've got a lot of work to do. They are chasing the match. 2 goals behind. The referee gives the signal. Ball whipped into the air, and Katongo reaches highest. Keeper watches that going over the bar. Strength of Green Buffaloes definitely lying in their combination. If they can be given the opportunity to connect 3 or 4 passes, you see players like Chileshe, Chikupila, Chanda, who are pressing high, looking for the errors. The high press will winning that ball and bringing it right back. I think it's a good ploy play brought forward by the coach in the second half, but they've got to be careful of the counter attack. Katongo, Everine, Chanda, Green Buffaloes in. Pickpocketed. It is anonymous. Here's Cooper giving chase, showing a good pair of heels. Cooper eliminates 1, looking for the second, and tied it up. It had to take Judith Zulu to drop back a little. Judith Zulu. Lucia is calling for Shikisho to come and collect. It is Cooper who responds. Chanda wins the ball back for Green Buffaloes. Katuta. Tweli Konjele. She takes her time, is Twili Konjele. They're rotating that ball with ease. Cooper coming from an onside position. Oh, pretty close. Pretty close is Cooper. The referee went up. Referee's flag went up very quickly. There's Cooper. Chikupila. Katongo. Shikish. Looking for Cooper. Cooper breathing down the neck of Esther Siamfuko. Siamfuko will use her experience to just guide that ball all the way out. Anna Marie Shikusho, 28-29 goal scorer. Here's Twili Konjele winning it back for Ongos. Lavisa is available and giving the instructions. Tracking back and getting into position. Twili Konjele goes down without the ball, and she's holding her ankle. That will be a big loss if she's not able to continue the match, and I'm sure the coach will be sweating to make sure that there's nothing major that is wrong with Twili Konjele Amukoto. Here's Helen Chanda trying to thread that ball through the needle down the line. Fredericks, good control, turning the wrong way, getting into trouble, away from Kurt Katuta. There's Anna Marie Shukusho. Safety first by Memorintala. Memorintala is one of the players that has received the player of the match. When we're talking about player of the match, there's one player who's received the player of the match twice so far. It is Celia Joao Miguel from the Mozambican side, Lichinga. She got player of the match in the third game of the tournament. As we look at that being struck with venom, and that is Irene Cooper doing the job. She also went on to win the player of the match in yesterday's game, is Celia Joao Miguel of Lichinga.
Talking about yesterday's game, she's the one who actually saved the day, frustrating Ascent Academy.
She's not a player that's going to be liked here, one thing I can assure you, because Lichinga caused a major upset yesterday by dampening the spirits of the Malawians when Ascent Academy announced themselves into this tournament. They did it in style. They did it in style, and to be fair and honest, they were deserving of the win in their first match. They allowed the crowd on their side. They played with great purpose. They played with a disrespect for the opponent, and they got the 3 points they wanted.
Being at home, you have to represent. They are representing Malawi. They are the tournament's hosts, so it's supposed to be done that way.
Well, you've got to command when you're the home side. You've got to make sure, as much as you're the host, you make others uncomfortable when possible. Ball just going out of touch. Aisha, the goalkeeper, who will take her time. It's another sub. Angus Piri will give way. And her place is being taken by Natasha, the only goal scorer. Well, Irene Kumalo has also made her way onto the park.
Talking about Natasha, she's the only goal scorer when we're talking about Green Buffaloes. She changed, she came from the bench on their first match
against UWC.
Yeah, UWC. Vanessa was out. She was in from a corner kick. She hit it, and then they had a goal.
Well, that is what you talk of, an impact of the player coming off the bench, reading the game to great effect. But you also got to compliment the coach for making that change, to spotting the weakness within UWC's defense, giving them the comfort. And what a way for Natasha to announce her entry into the tournament. She's been asked to do the same in today's encounter. She's been asked to activate the comeback, and it will be the comeback of the day. The 2 goals to the good for Ongos. It will definitely be one of those moments where you'd say Natasha is the super sub. But here is Chikupila turning into defenders. Shikisho. Offside is Irene Cooper. Is Chileshe. Green Buffaloes surging forward. Chanda fouling the defender in Ndapena Katuta. He's remained on the ground. Shakamu. Evelyn Katongo has left the field, and her place. A yellow card for Lavisa, the captain. Irene Kumalo's come in. And this is the reason why the captain goes down. She was tackling Chanda and then uses her hand. And the referee just picking up the handball, gets a yellow card for that. Lavisa Molunga. Four changes made by Coach Caroline. Malenga, Tanda, Piri, as well as Katongo have given way, and Chikupila, Chileshe, Kumalo have come on in. Natasha also has made her way onto the park. They've got a responsibility to turn the game on its head. Referee is just clearing the battle that is ensuing in that box. She doesn't want the players to be fighting about the advantage keeper. Very easy. Pauline Zulu taking a shot from about 30 yards. It's a high ball. Pauline Zulu will just tidy up. Loses out, but she has the support. Chileshe is available. Natasha's come in. Diminutive in the midfield is Natasha. There's Chanda. Chanda does well to keep possession, looking for the support play. Instead, she finds a white jersey, and that in the form of the goal scorer, Beverly. Green Buffaloes. Good interception. Chikupila. There's Chikupila! Green Buffaloes put one back. Vanessa Chikupila was brought on to do exactly that. You got to look at the build-up to this goal. Living rather dangerously. So have a look at Green Buffaloes. We spoke about how delightful they can be. Vanessa Mbino Chikupula. She gets and pulls Green Buffalo out of the dungeons. Here's the ball. It was a clearance that didn't fall away, and a mistake made by Kamu that allowed Chikupila to pick a spot with the left foot. Belted that. Keeper could make no save, but to pick the ball out of the net. Well done by Chikupila. This gives Green Buffaloes hope. Memory Ugonda could not do much. Chikupila means business. Green Buffaloes 1, FC Ongos 2.
A beautiful score indeed from Chikupila. You can see that she can use both feet, left and right. She had that keeper coming and she surprised us, every one of us in the stadium here.
Football is all about the element of surprise. Is the cookie crumbling? Is it the time that Green Buffaloes have been given hope to stand up, to get back into this match? They have the experience, is Green Buffaloes, and coach playing it to great effect by bringing the players off the bench to activate the comeback. But here they are. 2-1 is the scoreline, and this is the earlier battle. Has a two-footed challenge there, which was disappointing. Irene Kumalo coming in and stopping play. Irene Kumalo has got to be very careful. That challenge was an unwanted one. Ongos, Elmarie Fredericks, together with Tweli Konjele Amukoto, are over that ball and getting instructions from the bench. Anna-Marie Fredericks decides to play it short, looking for a captain. Losing out and slipping at a vital moment in a very advanced position. It's unfortunate there for Ongos. But possession is in favor of the team from Namibia. 65 minutes on the clock. There's plenty of time for Green Buffaloes to pull one back. I spoke about a comeback, and this is what one goal can do. Can it be one of those where Green Buffaloes, who were buried, I believe, and many not giving them a chance to come back, and I think just one goal, it's amazing what it can do. Judith Zulu, good control in the midfield. Irene Kumalo, it's intercepted. This time it's Fredericks. Frederick does well and wins a free kick for Ongos. Frederick does well and wins a free kick for Ongos. Tweli Konjele Amukoto. Looking for Cooper. They need to be calm as FC Ongos. They need to get another goal just to knock the winds out of the sails of their opposition. Green Buffaloes, on the other hand, they say strike it whilst it's hot.
Well, in other words, this is a true definition of what football, anything can happen in football.
Exactly. Here's a chance. Shikisho, offside. That is the shot that every goalkeeper fears. But she was in an offside position, is Anna-Marie Shikosho. A little bit of a wind also that has just increased on the pitch as Lucia. Use of the hand by Tweli Konjele Amukocha, the referee spotting that. So the players quickly get into the huddle on the touchline. It's a water break for either side, and this will give Coach Caroline also the opportunity to talk to a few players. You're looking at Coach Angus also just speaking to FC Ongos as they hydrate and they go back to do the business. This game is definitely still very much open. At the moment, we could say if the referee's got to blow his whistle now, FC Ongos, that has conceded 7 goals thus far, and scoring 3 goals.
Well, looking at the way Green Buffaloes has come in the second half, they have a tendency of fluid. If you give them time and space, they do what they do, and this is what we've just witnessed, a goal from Vanessa.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's very important for the changes to ignite a difference, and Vanessa Chikupila does exactly that. But you also got to see how Helen Chanda has come alive since the introduction also of Irene Kumalo. She's come in nicely and slotted in that midfield to give them the balance that they have been missing. Tired legs, good game management from Coach Caroline. Memory Gonda. Memory Gonda with a lovely color dye on her hair. At some stage, it was a footballer's identity to put the peroxide dye on the head and look all fancy and nice. One thing that you will always find in football is that players look really appetizing. They dress nice. They want to make sure they make a statement. They come onto the pitch. They come on and playing the music. There's Chanda. Does well. There's Chanda. Irene Kumalo looking for the goal scorer, Chikupila. But that ball just goes all the way to the keeper.
Talking about nice hairs, it's very important for presentation. In one has to be identified. So how do they know that what separates you from the team? It should be the hair.
Talking about the hair, let me just share something for you. If you are wondering, unless this is going to be the first time in this tournament, a team that has scored first has gone on to win that match. And if anything to go by, FC Ongos could win this match, unless Green Buffaloes is going to change that statistic. Here's a chance, busy. Chileshe in the box. That was a rush of blood to the head. Natasha needed to keep it hard and low. That was a chance. They're taking it wide to the right-hand side. And Evelyn Kumalo spotting a Chanda, and Chanda releasing it for Natasha. Have a look at this. Here is Esther Siamfuko going down the line. Look at the chase, menacing. Absolutely brilliant for Chichela. And that ball brought back. And that is young Natasha who scooped that ball over the woodwork. Leaning back, and that's why that ball just continued to rise. There's a player being stretched off. Holding her ankle at worrying moments. The goal scorer is coming out, and in comes jersey number 10. That's Juliana Blow, bringing in experience. Juliana Blow is part of the Namibian team and experience. She's at 34 years old, is Juliana Blow. She's been ever present for Namibia. She's been ever present for Tura Magic. So she comes in, she'll slot into the midfield and be problematic. They definitely need to take control of the midfield. Juliana Blow, that's the first change made by Coach Agnes. Coach Angus, who is a psychologist, studied sociology as well, so he's definitely someone who's having the ability to let the girls believe, get into their heads, and clean out the necessary negative thoughts. Good block. Kumalo. There's a good turn by Chileshe. Running out of room is Chileshe. In a moment when she could have just played that ball into the box to quickly release it, she carried it for longer periods. Chikupila. Blow. Irene Kumal. Pauline. And She's inside the pitch when she threw that ball. Referee wants it retaken. I think that ball should have been in favor of Ongos, because she was in the pitch when she threw that ball. There's Irene Kumalo. There's Chikupila. Chikupila on the edge of the box. Chikupila making her way, looking for the angle to let rip. Diana Banda. Diagonal ball looking for Chanda. It's been wave after wave. Lavisa. Chikupila. She has Amukoto playing the 1-2 on the edge. And offside flag for Chanda. Another offside for Chanda. The anxiety of Green Buffaloes. They need to just slow the game. They definitely have got a better plan here in the second half. The changes have ignited a comeback. That comeback was instituted by Irene Kumalo, and releasing Vanessa Chikupila really needed no second invitation. Winning the second balls in the midfield is definitely paying dividends. Playing the 1-2, blow. Fight is on, the battle is on. The blonde bombshell. Here's Memory Ngonda. Ngonda brings in Lucia Gamu. Irene Cooper. Ongos playing a dangerous game. They just need to come out of the half a little bit more frequently. Chanda. Losing out is Chanda. Watch. Ongos will take their time, leave the ball for another player to come from furthest away. Those are all tactics of time wasting, and it is part of the game. Looks like Lucia or Juliana Blow. Ball is it's a long ball on the edge of the box there, intended for Amukuto, using a hand, and that is not what Green Buffaloes want. A free kick, which is not too far away. It's a free kick which will allow Green Buffaloes, who still find themselves remonstrating with the referee, instead of organizing themselves and getting into their defensive positions. Nobody's taking instructions from the goalkeeper. You have a look at this. There's a use of the hand in that mix, and that is why you look at Twili Konjele putting a hand up and remonstrating, and rewarded with the free kick. I think too much of talking to the referee is going to cause them all sorts of problems. Players are still in a huddle. When they need to get their defensive game up, you wonder why are they still talking and having a codessa with the referee. You can see how livid the goalkeeper is with the defense. Memory Ntala. These are definitely precious seconds that could be detrimental to their recovery. Irene Cooper, born in Daweb. She's 25 years of age, is Irene Cooper. She's really had a fantastic game today. I think TSG is having a difficult time in maybe even selecting the player of the match. It's good for other people to have a headache besides the coach. Over the ball is Elmarie Fredericks. Elmarie Fredericks, as well as Memory Ngonda. But it also looks like Lucia Gamu. Fredericks looks like the party, but it's a decent ball. Keeper comes, gets a save. And enough to save the blushes of Green Buffalo. She does enough to turn that ball out for a corner. Aisha Buana. She doesn't look like she's having fun as Aisha. She's definitely looking rather angry. That ball was nicely floated over the back, and the keeper saw it late but got down to her right very quickly to make sure she turns it for a corner. 2 hands to it, and that shows the good handling that she has. Corner. Corner, and a good connection, but that ball having the ball boys, giving the ball boys some ball girls some trouble. Playing it short, mistake. Here's Gonda, remembering Gonda. He has a chance, and that just moving on missing the left hand side. Defensive errors just glaring by Green Buffaloes, very uncharacteristic of a team that is known to have a patient build-up, that is known to launch the attacks from that defense. It is Kakuta Ndapena. Kamu gives away a corner. This is a bit dangerous. Standard situations. I know when I was growing up, the coach used to say, corner is a goal. Corner is a goal. And right now, it's the quickest way to get the ball in the back of the net. And it's another opportunity for Green Buffaloes to push up players like Chileshe, push up Chikupila, Banda also if needed. That ball, there's Chikushila, and the ball wobbling. Chanda on the edge of the box. And there's a hand up for handball. Keeping it alive is Natasha. It was a handball appeal. Green Buffaloes will keep that momentum. Green Buffaloes will stay in the opposition half. There's 10 minutes on the clock. Esther Siamfuka's got up. Have a look at this ball. They're calling for a penalty, but this is what they want. I don't see anything in this. But again, this is when keeper makes a save and a double save. Well done, Gloria Mueng. She had to be brave. It is Green Buffaloes that were throwing everything at the keeper. I saw the pots flying. I saw the kettle flying. I also saw the kitchen sink.
It was very close for the keeper. If she wasn't late, that could have been a second goal for Green Buffaloes.
Then we would have had a frantic last 10 minutes plus referee's optional time. You know, when kettles and handbags are flying, I think we got to look at it and say, that is what ladies are about. That is what women's football is about. Chileshe gives chase, but equal to the task is Ndapena Katuta, born in Ilondo. And she's also a player that formerly played for Nampol ladies. I think a good acquisition for Ongos. Komas is known to deliver players that are very strong, that have endurance. And Ndapena showing exactly that. She's got the endurance. She can run another 90 minutes if given the opportunity. Is Ndapena Katuta. There's another yellow card that the referee's got in her hands. A yellow card.
When pressure is adding up, it's easy for players to make mistakes and resulting to yellow cards like that one.
Juliana Blow, who's come on here in the second half, is the player to get the yellow card. It's another free kick. This time Ms. Kumalo is ready to just whip that ball, and you can see that Ongos has pushed up, but they got to be careful of the explosiveness of Chikupila and also Chilesha. They can break that offside trap. Pauline Zulu's also saying, just take that ball and knock it into the penalty area. We'll be latching on to that. Irene Kumal, what does she do? Irene Kumal plays it short and intercepted by Juliana Blow. It's not what Pauline wanted. She wanted that ball to be whipped into the penalty area. Here's Natasha. Natasha taking the ball out. Possession turnover in favor of FC Ongos. 7 minutes to the 90. Plus referee's optional time. Can Ongos hold on? Anna Marie Shukosho is forced back, and so is Memory Ngonda. There's the one bounce. There's Irene Cooper. She's done well as Cooper. Blow comes in to try and mount a bit of pressure on the defense that has pushed up for Green Buffaloes. Throwing a bit of caution there is Memory Ntala, Diana Banda. They've been very composed in the back. They've been very stable in the back, but they've allowed 2 goals in today's fixture. Here's Chileshe. Chileshe giving on the pace of Vanessa Chikupila. She's menacing, frightening. And when the Lions ladies got to hop, skip, and jump, you got to know it's hot down there. It's hot down there. I mean, it's a wonderful performance. It's a great comeback that is on the card. Gonda. There's another opportunity for Chikupila. Chikupila, it's 17 against number 17, Memory Ngonda. She says, if my memory serves me right, you are the player that scored. Therefore, I need to tighten up. There's Anna Marie Shukosho. Anna Marie Shukosho. Blow makes a mistake of that ball. Try it for a 1-2. Chanda coming from an offside position. And the flag is up. The flag is up. Bolotso Mambara says, not under my watch. Not under my watch. Chanda, let's win fair. 5 minutes to go. The coach is keeping an eye on the watch. The fans are keeping an eye on the watch. Could this be history being made? Being the first ever win by a Namibian team at this tournament. Can they hold on is the question. This would be another upset, and a major upset. Chileshe, very energetic is Chileshe. She has Lavisa for company. And away, very simple, is the instruction. Anna Marie Fredericks making sure that Ongos has got the players in defense. They've just left Irene Cooper as the only player just around the center circle. Throw in. Cooper, blow, header. Here's the pace of bounce of the ball. Problematic. Ngonda. Back heel from Ngonda. Looking for Cooper. Instead finds Judith Zulu. Anywhere will do for Ongos. Tied it up by Diana Banda. Banda goes to the left-hand side in search of Heron Chanda. Here's Chileshe away, and she's come from behind as Vanessa Chikupila and got a shot. She's fighting. The spirit has been evoked from Vanessa Chikupila. Coach Carol Kanyemba. Let's believe on that bench. Carol Kanyemba. Diana just shepherding that ball. There's an urgency about Green Buffaloes. They're huffing and puffing, but taking the ball all the way to the opposition. And you're huffing and you're puffing and you want to blow the house down. In this case, they definitely want to bring Mpira down. I'm sure the fans are in disbelief. Can they hold out is the big question. They are so close. Players being activated from the bench, the subs bench. One can pick up Zoe's been warming up. The coach just instructing her to warm up. Ball is in the box. Zulu in the thick of things. Keeper comes out. Precious seconds. to be chewed up by the clock.
Well, one thing about Ongos, they didn't want this tournament to leave again without scoring a goal. So for them, this is it's a stepping stone for them.
Absolutely. I think every team comes to the tournament looking for an improvement, and for them to get the 3 points will definitely be a marvelous way to repay the faith in Namibian president of the Ongos club. We're talking about Ricardo Manetti, who fought very hard to turn football into a professional side, especially for Ongos. Most of these players that are on display are professional footballers getting paid for the sport that they love. Chanda. Ricardo Manetti, a former footballer in South Africa, played his football for Santos, and what a diminutive player he was in his playing days. The chase is on. Irene Cooper does well. Memory Ntala is under pressure and the player losing out. Ball kept in play. Yes, Amukoto, and the player goes down in Memory Ntala. Both players are grimacing in pain. Tweli Konjele Amukoto, worse for wear. Memory Ntala has dusted herself and is raring to get back into action. She's holding on to her knee. Is Tweli Konjele Amukoto. She's 33 years of age, is Tweli Konjele Amukoto, born in a place called Amatima, and also played for Komas Nampo. That was the earlier move. The fourth official indicates that 5 minutes will be played. Crucial 5 minutes for Buffaloes to see if they can force a draw. For Ongos, it is 5 minutes of frantic defending to get their first win, hopefully, of this championship. Playing the 1-2. Ball delivered in the box. Chanda is available. Playing the 1-2. Yes, Chikupila. Chikupila lays it for Zulu. And a poor ball from Zulu. Perhaps a better option would have been a quick strike with the laces, or maybe even a toe poke. That would have directed the ball to the goalkeeper. But she looks very angry. She looks like she's about to cry. Played short. Katuta sends a long ball to Amukoto. It's good to see she's back. Chase. Juliana Blow does well. She'll continue to run for this ball. She has a memory. And a little too much to ask of Juliana Blow. Has lost the pace over the years. Juliana Blow. Elmarie Fredericks is giving way for Zoe. This is a player I've really enjoyed watching. Zoe's come on. She's got some delightful passes and will certainly find herself positioned on the wings, bring the crosses in, and activating some wing play that we haven't seen for a while here from Ongos. Definitely a different kind of player. Green Buffaloes themselves decide to take out the experience of Helen Chanda, and in comes number 6 for Zambia. For Green Buffaloes, it's number 7 rather for Green Buffaloes. I'll quickly get her name. Is Teresa Chewe. Teresa Chewe, who's come on for Helen Chanda. Young 18-year-old Teresa Chewe. Coach Caroline making her full. 5 substitutes in this match. Introduction of Zoe, who has a heavily strapped knee. will be a player that Green Buffaloes has got to keep an eye on. She's coming in with very fresh legs. 4 minutes, 3 minutes of the additional time is being played, and with Amukoto taking the time to take the corner, that's another 15 seconds or so that has gone. Referee indicating that the ball must be whipped in, leaping highest, and here's Zoe who's come in giving chase, but it is Katuta tidying up for Ongos. Ball just bobbling, helped on. Here's the pace. Lavisa will give chase. Losing out to the pace of the ball. Goalkeeper finds Pauline Zulu with acres of space. It's Anna Marie Shikosho who makes herself available. Irene Cooper, Lavisa. There's Zoe. Definitely has the touches. Juliana Blow, Shikosha losing out, taking her eye off the ball, but it's Blow in support, and another free kick, this time not wanted by Green Buffaloes. It is a free kick for Ongos. I was surprised that Green Buffaloes was quick to maybe take that ball. Or is it? She's taking long to get up to her feet, is Anna Marie Shikosha. I can only imagine what this win will do if the scoreline remains as is. 5 minutes is up. Referee's optional time is up, and I'm sure the celebrations will go into the night should the whistle blow. And just having said that, it's blown, but this time it's for a free kick, a foul on Juliana Blow. Well, in actual fact, it's not Juliana Blow. It is Irene Cooper who, in my humble opinion, has given the best of what she has. We've got to see a very, very polished performance from Irene Cooper, the player born in Dawep in Namibia, and also part of Tura Magics. Limping away. The referee blows a whistle, and the celebrations begin. Green Buffaloes beaten by 2-1. The first win ever for a team from Namibia. Fantastic performance by FC Ongos. And what a way to bid farewell, I think, to the tournament itself, as they will be definitely a team that will celebrate into the night. And why not?
Why not, indeed? When you performed the first time and you did do well, you come back. When you come back, you have to register. And if you're going out, you're going down with, you go down with the fight. And what more? They're beating. They've actually managed to go 2 goals against Zambia, who were the 2022 champions of the tournament. So it is an icing on the cake for them, even though they didn't get the results that they were looking for.
They haven't just beaten any team. They've beaten the giants of women football in Green Buffaloes. Green Buffaloes were part of the team in Morocco, but that's how it ends. FC Ongos ladies to a goal scored in the 25th minute, and that was a goal by Beverly Uzua, and then it was Kutweli Konjele Amukoto in the 39th minute to confirm that they have taken the 3 points away from Green Buffaloes. Second loss in this match. We'll have a look at the highlights as the Green Buffaloes, who came on and started with a brilliant performance. It had to take Chikupila in the second half, waltzing away to get the comeback goal. The comeback goal that wasn't enough to give them the 3 points. But how brilliant was Vanessa Chikupila in this move, selling a dummy, and Katuta had no chance, and so did the keeper not have a chance. They were not done yet, and again another opportunity. This time it was young Natasha who came into the thick of things, but it was FC Ongos that continued to ask questions of goalkeeper Aisha Mbwana. A free kick went over the bar, dipping very quickly, but quick to her right hand side is the goalkeeper Aisha Mbwana getting that save. Ongos We're also asking the question as Memory Ngonda did well to take a strike, but not getting the radar right. Again, 2 double saves from goalkeeper Gloria Mueng to deny a glorious opportunity to Zambia in a moment when everybody had counted that that was the second goal. Into a hug is FC Ongos celebrating their win. We have the interviews at the bottom with Makele and the player of the match together with the coaches, but it is a disappointing day at the office for Green Buffaloes. They'll want to forget very quickly. Their heads are down, looking at Chikupila, looking at Irene Kumalo, looking at Pauline Zulu. This is one of those moments that they'll want to definitely look back and reflect. It's time to reflect on the player of the match as well as the coach.
Got the player of the match. Congratulations, you are outstanding, and then you've got your win. How excited has it been?
I'm very excited to take player of the match. Very excited.
Coming into this match, losing 2 games, what did you tell yourself for that an outstanding performance?
We go full out, we go positive, no negativity.
How is this building you up as you go back?
We build us to work more and just to be strong.
Congratulations and all the best.
Thank you so much.
That's the player of the match there from FC Ongos in Namibia, clinching their first maximum points in this tournament, and now it's 0-3. We've got Caro there from Green Buffaloes, the losing coach. You said it's a do or die encounter, and you've definitely died in this one. How frustrating is it?
It's really disappointing. I don't have a lot to say. What I can say, it's a very disappointing outing, and the reason is because our team has been tend of reacting. We only want to respond when we are scored, and that's a bad attitude when trying. So it's a bad outing. We have to go back to our drawing board and work on our attitude.
Looking at your record in this tournament, this must be your worst that you've actually failed to do all that. And now, how are you building on this as you're going back home?
It's a very bad record, and we have to pick up lessons, and we're going back home and making amends once again.
Tough luck and all the best.
Thank you very much.
That's Caro, coach for Green Buffaloes, considering that their attitude has actually considered them this tournament. We now have got FC Ongos coach. Congratulations, coach. You said you needed a win for the fans back home. You've definitely delivered. How happy are you?
Yes, I'm proud for my girls, because what we spoke is what they did. Yes, we had hiccups here and there, but I think all the girls, they put up their best. We spoke about it, and they said we can take this game. We want to take this game, whatever happens, we have to show who we are, and that's what they just did.
Getting a win, and you said you wanted to thank your fans back home. Are you be going out excited with your outing this far?
Yeah, it's all about bringing the best out of the team. I think they just got better into this game. I know it's unfortunately it is the final game for the qualifiers. Maybe if we had another next game, I think they could have raised the game better and better. So it's just a learning curve that when we come to tournaments like this, I think the girls must be ready to start from the beginning, instead of coming when it's towards the end.
Congratulations and all the best into the future.
Thank you so much.
That's Anius, coach for FC Ongos there. That's coach for FC Ongos, congratulating his girls for a job well done. They needed 3 points, and now this is how the results are looking like. FC Ongos 2, Green Buffaloes 1. That's how the game has actually ended today in favor of FC Ongos of Namibia, clinching their first maximum points of this particular game. And now we wait to see of how the next fixture is coming out, with University of Western Cape of South Africa taking on Herentos of Zimbabwe, that are actually top of this group. So we'll be back for that encounter.
Yeah, just a moment. Why doesn't he talk in front of the boat? How do you come and join us?
Self-taking.